All right, so let's talk about the second type of example that you might see on your homework when dealing with elimination. So elimination may require multiplying one equation by an appropriate number. So let's talk about why we may need to multiply one equation by a particular number. So let's look at this example right here. Remember, we're trying to eliminate a variable. So we need the same number and we need a different, them to have opposite signs, right? So let's look at the x. Do they have the same number? Well, this has a 2 and this has a 1, so no. What about the y's? Do they have the same number? They have a 5 and a 3. So neither of these have the same number and opposite signs. So what we need to do is we need to make one of them have the same number and opposite signs. And so we kind of want to look at this and see, well, what would be the easiest? And when I look at these x, this is a 2x. It's a positive 2x, right? And so I think the easiest would be to make this x into a negative 2x. And so how we make this x into a negative 2x is just by multiplying this equation by this whole entire equation. You can't just multiply the x because everything has to be equal when you're dealing with equations. So you have to multiply the whole equation by negative 2. So that's how we're going to do it. So we're going to multiply the bottom equation by negative 2. So this top equation just stays the same how it is. I'm going to write up here 2x plus 5y equals 9. But the bottom equation, x minus 3y equals 10, is we multiply the whole thing by negative 2, which means we're going to multiply, I'm just going to write it like this. So use brackets, multiply the whole equation by negative 2. That means x gets to multiply by negative 2, negative 3y gets multiplied by negative 2, and also 10 gets multiplied by a negative 2 as well. So when I do that, I end up with, I'm going to write that top equation again, 2x plus 5y equals 9. And then here we go, negative 2 times x is going to give me that negative 2x. A negative 2 times negative 3y, negative times negative is a positive. 2 times 3 is 6y equals negative 2 times 10. Negative times a positive is a negative. 2 times 10 is 20. So there we have it. And look what happens. Now we have a variable that has the same number, 2, and one is positive and one is negative. So now we can use elimination. So I'm going to add these two. Obviously, this eliminates, and what we're left with is 5y plus 6y, which ends up being 11y, equaling 9 minus 20, which I'm pretty sure is a negative 11. Then we just solve for y, so divide both sides by 11, and we end up with y equaling 11 divided by 11 is 1, so negative 1. Perfect. So then we just need to, what do we need to do? Oh yeah, we need to figure out what x is, right? So we're going to go back here to one of our original equations. I think I'm going to choose this one because x is already by itself. So I think I'm just going to go up here, rewrite that original equation, x minus 3y equals 10, and then substitute negative 1 in for y. Negative 3 times negative 1 equals 10. And then we just simplify. Negative times a negative is a positive. 3 times 1 is 3 equals 10. Get x by itself, so we have to do the inverse operation of positive 3, which would be subtracting 3 to both sides. That becomes 0. We have x equals 10 minus 3, which is 7. So there we have it. There's our answer, which is the x goes first in the ordered pair 7, negative 1. That is our solution to the system of equation. Graphically, that's where the two lines intersect. And now all we have to do is that check. So I'm going to go ahead and scoot my paper over, write the word check, write that first equation here, write that original equation. 2x plus 5y equals 9. Substitute both of those values in. We get 2 times 7 plus 5 times negative 1 equals 9. 2 times 7 is 14. 5 times negative 1 is negative 5 equals 9. 14 minus 5 is 9. Awesome, awesome. We have a true statement. That means the solution is the solution to this equation, but it has to be solution to the other as well. So we're going to go ahead and write that original equation down. X minus 3y equals 10, the second equation. Substitute the values in. Okay. Negative times a negative is a positive. 3 times 1 is 3, so positive 3. And 7 plus 3 is 10. So there we have it. We have another true statement, which means this is a solution to both equations. Therefore, it is the solution to the system of equations. Whew! All right, let's get started. We have quite a few problems to go through. And so I feel like this, you're able to pick this up with practice. So we're just going to practice these. I'm going to practice some, then you're going to practice some. Or we're going to practice them together, not really, I already know how to do this. So let's do this. All right. Okay. So for the first bit here, A, we have x plus y equals 12, and then we have 2x plus y equals 6. Okay. We need the same number, opposite signs. So first we look at the x and 2x. We have a 1 and a 2, not the same number. We look at the y's. We have a 1 and a 1. Ooh, okay, same number. That's good. However, they aren't opposite signs. So in this case, when you have the same number but you don't have opposite signs, it's super easy because all you have to do, I'm going to rewrite this first equation. All you have to do is just take this first equation. I'm going to rewrite both of them here. Take this first equation or the second. It doesn't really matter, but this one's easier, so I'm going to choose this one. So you take the first equation and you just multiply the whole thing by -1. Okay, because when you multiply -1 times y, then it's going to turn into being -y, and then you'll have your positive and your negative, and it will eliminate, and boom, there you got it. So, but the thing is you have to multiply the entire thing by -1. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. A negative times x ends up being -x, and then negative times, I should have used a different color. It's just hard to. I did a good job there. I'll just draw a line, and that will help like differentiate. Maybe it'll be squiggly, because then somebody might mistake that for it being like an addition thing. So it's going to be a squiggly line. All right. So -1 times x is -x. -1 times y is -y equals -1 times 12 is -12. All right. And then we just rewrite that second equation. And now we have the same number, 1, and opposite signs. So we can add these two together. And one of those variables is going to eliminate, which is what we need. So -x plus 2x, that ends up being just x, right? Oh my gosh, this one's going to be so easy. I love it. And -y plus y, boom, canceled. Eliminated. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so easy. -12 and +6 is just going to be -6, and then we have our answer. X equals -6. That is nice. Nice. I don't even know what to do here. What should I do? That's it. I guess I should just put a box around it. That's so nice. Okay, but we're not done. We need to figure out what y is. So I'm trying to figure out if I should write it here or write it up there. I just don't have very much space, so I need to be very conscious of my space. I don't think I'll have enough space to figure it out, solve it there. It's going to be really scrunched into there, and I don't want. So I'm just going to go all the way up here. okay, to figure out what y is, and I can choose either equation, but I think it's pretty obvious that this one is easier. So I'm going to rewrite that equation, and then substitute the -6 in for x. -6 plus y equals 12. And then we just need to get y by itself, so we're going to add 6 to both sides. And then that cancels. We're left with y equals 12 plus 6, which is 18. So we have our solution. I'm going to write my solution here. It is -6, 18. All right, all right. Okay, now we just need to check it. And I think I'm going to do my check, start 1 here. Okay, so I'm going to do 1 check, the first equation, x plus y equals 12. Substitute in both of my values, so x is -6 plus 8, y is 18. And -6 plus 12 is positive 12. So there we have it. I have my true statement, which means this is the solution of the first equation. Now I just need to do the check for the second equation. Okay. Go ahead and write it down. 2x plus y equals 6. Substitute in our values. I probably should have raised it up, but that's okay. X, okay, so 2, I'm gonna make a line. It gets jumbled sometimes. Okay. 2 times -6 plus y, which is 18, equals 6. Order of operations, so I'm going to do this multiplication. 2 times -6 is -12 plus 18 equals 6. And then just do that. It equals 6. Equals 6. Boom. True. So since this is a solution of both of the equations, we know it's the solution to the system of equations. Awesome, awesome. All right, on to B. Let's go ahead. I'm going to draw a line here just to separate this. Okay, so remember we're trying to eliminate one of these. So let's look at, I think I'm going to go back to blue. We'll look at the x and then we'll look at the y. Okay, so remember we need same number, opposite signs. Do we have the same number, opposite signs? We don't even have the same number. 2 and 3 are not the same. Okay, what about y? We have a 1 and we have a 2, so no, not the same number. Well, that is too bad. All right, so that means that we're going to have to multiply one of these equations to try to get the same number, opposite signs. So I could look at 2x and 3x, and I just don't think I can, that's just not going to happen. Let's look at the y. Is there a way that I can multiply one of these by a particular number and then I would end up having the same number and opposite signs? This is nice because they already have opposite signs, right? And it's also nice because it's a 1. So I'm pretty sure if I just take this equation and multiply it by a 2, that I would end up having -2y, which would then be the opposite of positive 2y, and they would eliminate. So, boom, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to rewrite this equation. 2x minus y equals 20. I'm going to multiply the whole thing by -2. I'm going to rewrite this equation here. 3x plus 2y equals -19. Okay, now let's, what are we doing? We're multiplying. We're distributing to everything. So -2 times 2x. Negative times a positive is going to be a negative. Oh, this is what I was going to do. Yes, change color. Okay, negative times a positive is a negative. 2 times 2 is 4x. And then we go negative times a negative is a positive. 2 times y is just 2y equals negative times a positive is a negative. And then 2 times 20 is 40. All right. That's it. Okay, so then we just rewrite this. 3x plus... Did I mess up? I did. Oh my goodness. Okay, this isn't supposed to be a negative, right? Because it's already a negative. So then what happens if I multiply it by negative, then this ends up being a positive, and then I have 2 positive 2y's, and it doesn't eliminate. So what was I thinking? I don't need to multiply it by a negative 2. I just need to multiply it by 2 because it's already negative. Oh my gosh, where's my friend? Where is my friend the whiteout? Okay, we have to change that. Oh my gosh, Joy, what were you thinking? Goodness gracious, this has been a day. Okay, so let's just go ahead and hopefully you were writing in pencil. I luckily have whiteout. We're just gonna just take this away. Go away, go away. And then we're gonna, I have to do this whole thing again. Okay, so this whole thing is just, it's all going away. Bye-bye. You have been eliminated, but not eliminated. Okay, so we are multiplying, okay, this is our top equation. We have to multiply it by 2, not negative 2. What was I thinking? All right, okay, so multiply it by just positive 2. Okay, I hope that wasn't too confusing for you guys. All right, so then we multiply by positive 2. So 2 times 2x is just 4x. 4x there. And then 2 times negative y is negative 2y, which is what we needed the whole time. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking crazy thoughts. Joy, you got to get focused. Okay, and then 2 times 20 is 40. Okay, all right, so there we have it. Equals, I'm going to rewrite this second equation, equals negative 19. Whew, okay. Now we have the same number in opposite signs, which is what we needed all along. I don't know why I put, anyways, it needed to be positive. So hopefully you learned from my mistake and I just didn't confuse you a whole lot. So hopefully you're with me. All right. So yes, now we just add. So 4x plus 3x is 7x. Negative 2y plus 2y, that eliminates, cancels out, equals 40 minus 19 is, it is 3 take away 1 is 2, so 21. All right. So then we need to get x by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by 7, and I end up with x equals 3. Okay, now I need to determine what y is. So I need to choose one of these equations. I'm going to rewrite it up here. It really doesn't matter which one. I guess I will choose u. Okay, 2x minus y equals 20. I'm going to substitute 3 in here. So 2 times 3 minus y equals 20. 2 times 3 is 6. Minus y equals 20. Just get y by itself. So I'm going to subtract both sides by 6. End up with negative y equals 20 minus 6 is 14. Got to get y by itself. This y is not by itself. When negative's in front of it, it is not by itself. So I just like to multiply both sides by a negative 1. Negative times a negative is a positive. So then I end up with positive y equals 14 times negative 1 is negative 14. So there is my answer. So my answer is 3, negative 14. Right there. Okay? Now it is time to check it. So we're going to check that first equation. 2x minus y equals 20. We're going to substitute 3 in first, and then negative 14 here. 2 times 3 is 6. Negative times negative is a positive. Okay, there we have it. 6 plus 14 is 20 equals 20, which is a true statement. So that means this is the solution of this equation, but it also has to be the solution of the other equation as well. So let's go ahead and check that one as well. So 3x plus 2y equals negative 19. We're going to substitute in 3 times 3 plus 2 times negative 14 equals, oh, can I squeeze it in? I did it. Woohoo! Okay. 3 times 3 is 9. And then 2 times a negative 14 is a negative 28. Yes, it is. And then 9 take away 28 is going to be negative 19. Equals negative 19. It is a true statement, which means our solution is the solution of both equations, therefore the solution to the system of equations. Perfect. Okay, let's look at C. C. Okay. Whew, I'm going to take a breather. Okay, okay, we need the same number, opposite signs. So we don't have that here. Do we have same number, opposite signs? We do not have the same number, but we do have opposite signs, so that's something, right? Okay, so could we multiply one of these? I think I'm going to go with the y's. And could I multiply one of these equations by a number and get it to be the same number? And the answer is yes. I could multiply this top equation by 3, and then that would give me a positive 6. Okay, so please help me remember. I need you to talk to me and make sure I multiply it by a positive 3 and not a negative 3. I don't know where my mind's going. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this top equation. Okay, this is the moment of truth. And we're going to multiply this whole thing by a positive 3. Okay, yes, that is correct. Okay, then I'm going to rewrite that bottom equation. Okay, distribute 3 to everything. 3 times 3 is 3x is 9x. Ooh, different color. 9x. 3 times 2y is going to be 6y. 3 times 26. Oh my goodness. Okay, over here on the side. 3 times 6 is 18. Write the 8, carry the 1. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Okay. That's a negative 78. Oh, we're getting up to the big numbers. Okay, rewrite the second equation, 2x minus 6. Oh, that makes me so happy when I see the same number in opposite signs. Negative 10. Okay, now it's time to add them. 9x plus 2x is 11x. These cancel. We have a negative 88. All right. Then we have to get x by itself, so we're just going to divide both sides by 11. And that ends up with x equaling 88 divided by 11 is just negative 8. So there's x, but remember we have to figure out what y is. So I'm going to take this up here. I think I'm going to go all the way to the tippy top. Okay. And I think I'm going to choose this top equation. 3x plus 2y, just because it's a smaller number in front of y and it's positive. I don't know. Sounds good to me. I'm going to stick in negative 4x, so 3 times negative 8 plus 2y equals negative 26. 3 times negative 8 is negative 24 plus 2y equals negative 26. Got to get y by itself, so first I have to get rid of this negative 24, so I'm going to add 24 to both sides. This cancels. I'm left with 2y equals negative 26 plus 24 would be negative 2. Got to get y by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And I end up with y equals negative 1. Perfect. There's my answer. Negative 8, negative 1. That is my solution to the system of equations, but now I gotta check it. Okay, so I'm going to check it. Write the first equation, original equation. 2y equals negative 26. Plug in both numbers. Negative 8 for x plus 2, negative 1 for y. 3 times negative 8 is negative 24. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. And then negative 24 minus 2 is negative 26. So that is a true statement. And then we just have to check the other one. So draw a little line right here. My second equation is here. 2x minus 6y equals negative 10. So substitute in those values. I get 2 times negative 8 minus 6 times negative 1 equals negative 10. 2 times negative 8 is negative 16. Negative 6 times negative 1 is a positive 6 equals negative 10. And yeah, negative 10 equals negative 10. That is a true statement. That means this is the solution to, it's just the solution to everything, okay? That's what it is. All right, so now it is your turn. I want you to try to do D, E, and F, okay? You can do it, all right? So if you only want to do one, then, you know, just pause or whatever. But these are the 3 that I want you to do. So go ahead and pause your device. I want you to try to use elimination. When you get done, press play, and we will go through all of them together. All right, see you in a bit. All right, we're back. Let's do this. Okay, first equation. X, we got to eliminate something. I see that there's a 1 there. I just need, they're both positive, I need one of them a negative. So I'm going to take this top equation here, multiply the whole thing by negative 1. Maybe you did that, maybe you didn't, I don't know, but we will get the same answer regardless. So I'm going to do that, write this equation below it, like so. And then we just go ahead and we distribute. It's a distributive party. I don't know why I said that. Okay, negative times x is negative x. Ooh, change the color. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna draw a line here. This needs a line. It just needs some separation. Okay, negative times x is negative x. Negative times y is negative y. Equals negative times 4 is negative 4. Rewrite this below it. Plus y, ooh, I like it. It's the same number in opposite signs. Oh, so perfect. Now we add negative x plus 3x is 2x. This cancels, that equals 12. Divide by 2 to both sides, and we get x equals 6. So hopefully you got that. But we need to figure out what y is. So I'm gonna go up here, make another division, line of division. Rewrite the top equation just because it's easier. And then substitute 6 in. And I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And there we have it. There's the answer. So if you got 6, negative 2, you are correct. But we are not done yet because we are going to do our favorite thing in the world. We are going to check. I don't know if it's your favorite thing in the world, but you know what? Let's just pretend like it is because it makes it better. Okay, write the first one, x plus y equals 4. Substitute in those values. Plus negative 2 equals 4. 6 minus 2 is 4. True statement. That means it's a solution. All right, you rock. Okay, then we're going to go up here. Check the other one. 3x plus y equals 16. Okay, 3 times 6 plus negative 2 equals 16. 3 times 6 is 18, minus 2. All right, 16 equals 16, another true one. So if you did all this, awesome, awesome. Okay, let's see how you did on E. Okay, E. E. All right. I need the same number, opposite signs. I definitely don't have that with 3, 8, but I do not. I don't have it here. But if I multiply this by a 2, then I have a negative 2, then they'll cancel. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, a positive 2, Joy. Remember, I'm going to multiply the whole thing by a positive 2, because 2 times negative would give me a negative 2, and that's what I need. Okay, I rewrite this other little bit, the little bit I write down. Okay. Change my color, and then I distribute. 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times negative y is negative 2y equals 2 times 2 is 4. Rewrite this. It's a rewriting party. Did I mess something up? No, I didn't. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay. I'm just rewriting this 4. Okay, now I add 6x minus 8x would be a negative 2x. Cancel. Get x by itself, divide both sides by -2. I get x equals 4 divided by -2 is -2. So if you got that, awesome, awesome. And then we are going to, let's go ahead and rewrite it here. Oh, I don't know if I should go higher or not. Decisions. I think I'm just gonna go here. What equation? I'm going with this one. 3x minus y equals 2. Plug in -2. Okay, 3 times -2 is -6. Gotta get y by itself, so I gotta move this. I'm gonna add 6 to both sides. -y equals 2 plus 6 is 8. Yeah, this is not by itself. There's a negative, gotta get rid of it. So I'm gonna multiply both sides by -1. And that leaves me with negative times negative is a positive. And I did it, you did it. 8 times -1 is -8. That is our answer. -2, -8. If you got that right, awesome, awesome. And then what do we have to, oh, we have to check it. We have to check it. Check it real good. Okay, I'm gonna use red. I haven't used red in a while. I need a little bit of red in my life. Why does it look orange? It's red. Okay, anyways, check. First equation, 3x minus y equals 2. Substitute in the -2. Substitute in the -8 equals 2. 3 times -2 is -6. Negative times negative is a positive 8. Oh, this is just positive 2. -6 plus 8 is positive 2 equals 2. That is a true statement. So that's right. Okay. Got to do the next one. I'm getting tight on room. This is going to be a close call to see if I can finish the whole thing without going off the page. Okay, substitute in -2 plus 2, -8 equals 4. Negative times a negative is a positive. Positive times a negative is a negative. This isn't right. What happened? Oh no. There's something wrong. I hate when something's wrong. Oh no. Oh, something's wrong. Because this is going to be -16, and that's 0, and that's not equal to 4. Joy, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do? Okay, so this is where I go back and I look at everything. And this is probably where you already know where I messed up. Okay, Joy. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. We wanted to get the same number, so we want to make this -2. So we multiplied by a positive 2. So 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times -y is -2y. 2 times 2 is 4. Then I rewrote the equation there, which is all right. Then we added, so 6x minus 8x is -2. No, x. That canceled. Oh my gosh, Joy! 4 plus 4 is 8. What are you thinking? It's 8. It's not 4. What is going on with you? What is going on with you, Joy? I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. Something's wrong with my brain. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. That's how I feel like inside when I mess up. But that's okay. We're going to change it. We're going to fix it. We have my friend. It's called whiteout. It makes everything better. Okay. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8, Joy. It's 8. It's not 4. Okay, then we divided by -2. 8 divided by 2 is -4. It's not -2. My goodness, this whole thing is going to be so wrong. So frustrating. Why? Okay, so this is -4. This is when, you know what, that doesn't look good at all. That looks actually terrible. Okay, if I keep going, it's starting to get better. It's good. Maybe a little bit better. Okay. Okay, that means this whole thing is so wrong. It's all wrong. Okay, so this, okay, I substituted in -2. That was wrong. You are wrong. 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 Definitely wrong. This is going to be wrong. Everything, you are all wrong, okay? You're just all wrong. You're just all getting eliminated. Just wrong, wrong, wrong. Okay. So frustrating. Okay, so back to x is equal to -4. We stick in -4 in for x right here. Right? That's what we do. 3 times -4 is -12. This is my frustrated voice because I'm frustrated with myself. -12 minus y equals 2. Then we want to get y by itself, so we're going to add 12 to both sides. We're adding 12 to both sides. Okay, then we end up with -y equals 2 plus 12 is 14, Joy. It's 14. Then we multiply both sides by -1 because y isn't by itself and we have to. That's what we're supposed to do. Negative times negative is positive. 14 times -1 is -14. That's the answer, Joy. Hopefully it's the answer. We're going to check it and see. This should be the correct answer. This should be the correct answer. We're going to check it. But you know what? My whole entire check is wrong too. And see, this one's deceiving because it says it's true. But you know what? You're really wrong. Okay. Pull it together. You can do this. Just have to get rid of all of this. Just everything. Everything goes. You all go. Go, go, go. And then this one down here is completely wrong. Wrong, wrong. But at least this one was the nice one. It actually told me the truth. This one lied, but this one told me the truth. Okay. Sometimes the truth hurts, even in mathematics. But we're going to get through this because we are survivors. Okay. I'm not going to sing the Survivor Beyonce song because I'm not that good of a singer. But I don't know. It's not going to happen. Okay, anyways. X is -4, so we substituted -4 in there. And y is supposed to be -14. Okay, you should work. 3 times -4 is -12. A negative times a negative is a positive. -12 plus 14 is 2. So this is a true statement. This should be the solution of this equation. Okay. Let's do the next one. This is the moment of truth. Okay, -4 goes in here for x. -14 goes in here for y. Okay, okay, come on. Come on, you can do it. -8 times -4 is positive 32. A positive times a negative is a negative. 2 times 14 is 28. Oh my gosh. Did we get it right? 32 minus 28 is 4. Yes, it is the true. We survived. You are a survivor. Boo boo. Okay, I don't know. I can't do the song. I can't do the song. But yes, this is the solution to both equations. Oh my gosh, that was so painful. All right. Hopefully it was less painful for you than it was for me. Okay, now let's check F. All right, that was so horrible. Okay, on to the F. Okay, pull it together. Okay, let's go. All right, so what do we have? We need same number, opposite signs. 10 and 5. We have 1 and 3. I think I'm going to cancel out the x's because it there has opposite signs, and I can just multiply this by a 2, and then I would get a positive 10. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to rewrite this top equation. Okay, okay, okay. And then I'm going to rewrite the bottom one and multiply it by 2. Now just double check. Okay, yes, that is correct. And then I'm going to rewrite the top equation using a different color so it's visually easier to see what I'm doing. And then multiply 2 times 5x is 10x. 2 times 3y is positive 6y. 2 times negative 7 is negative 14. Now we add. Okay, those cancel. That's 7y equals, that's negative 14. Make sure I did that right. That's where I messed up last time. Or did I mess up somewhere else? No, that's where I messed up. Okay, anyways, divide by 7 to both sides. We have y equals negative 2. Okay, boom, that's what y equals. Now we got to figure out what x equals. I'm going to go ahead and make some little separation here and bring this all the way up to here. We need to find out what x is. I don't know, I'm going with this one. Negative 10x plus y equals 0. So I'm sticking in negative 2 for y equals 0. Got to figure out what x is. So that's a negative 2. I'm going to add 2 to both sides. Oh man, this looks like it's not going to be fun. Negative 10x equals 2. Got to get x by itself, so divide both sides by a negative 10. It's okay, we can do this. X equals, I got to simplify that. It's going to be negative. 2 goes into both. 2 goes into 2 one time. 2 goes into 10 5 times. So we have negative 1/5, which is just going to be awesome when we check it. That is me being sarcastic. Okay, so I guess this is like the grand finale problem. Okay. We got the x and we got the y, and hopefully I did that right. Okay, let's look at the first equation here. So we're going to do the check. I'm switching colors here to red. Yeah, write the original equation. Substitute in. You know what? This isn't actually that bad because we know how to cross cancel. Plus y is negative 2 equals 0. So yeah, make this 10 over 1. We're multiplying fractions. Negative times a negative is a positive. Cross cancel. 5 goes in there. 5 goes in there one time. 5 goes in there 2 times. Multiply across. It basically just ends up with 2. Minus 2 equals 0. Nice. True statement. Okay, then we go up here to check the other one. Oops, sorry about that. 5x plus 3y equals negative 7. Okay, again, we substitute in negative 1/5 plus what's y? Y is negative 2 equals negative 7. Okay, make this a fraction. This cancels out and becomes 1. Basically, it's all just negative 1. That's nice. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Oh. And we have negative 7 equals negative 7. It's a true statement. This is the solution to the each equation. So that means it's the solution to the systems of equations. Woo! We did it. If you got that right, you did a wonderful job. And we'll see you in a little bit for the next example.